4.3 miles. In Santa Clara, that is the distance between a simple commute and a $150 parking lot prison sentence. On match day, the 101 freeway stops being a road and becomes a billion-dollar experiment in human patience and surge pricing. If you think 4.3 miles is a short ride, you are about to watch your bank account and your kickoff evaporate in real time. Levi's stadium doesn't welcome you. It evaluates your preparation. Welcome to the Silicon Valley solar oven. Here's how you survive it. Here's what the day actually looks like. You check out of your hotel at 10 in the morning. Kickoff is at 3. 5 hours feels like enough. It is not if you have not planned this correctly. By 10:30, Rideshare surge has already started. Your app shows $52. You remember reading it would be $25. That was yesterday's price before 69,000 people opened the same app at the same time. You book it anyway. The driver takes the 101. The 101 is stopped. He cuts to surface streets. Surface streets are also stopped. You sit in a car 4 miles from the stadium watching the clock. This is the Levi's problem. It is not the stadium. The stadium is fine. Getting to it is the variable nobody mentions in any travel guide. Rideshare from the airport before 9 in the morning, $18 to $35. After 10, expect $45 to $65. Afternoon, the number on your screen will make you check it twice. The 101 does not care about your kickoff. Neither does the 237. Driving yourself costs $40 to $75 for general parking, $100 to $150 for premium lots closer to the gate. Then you sit in exit traffic for 60 to 90 minutes after the final whistle. You are not saving money. You are paying to wait longer. The transit option actually works here, if you use it early enough. VTA light rail runs directly to Levi's stadium station. There is a dedicated stop. Pre-match service is frequent. The problem is math. Each VTA car holds roughly 150 passengers. On a 69,000-person match day, the system cannot absorb the volume. Trains fill. People stand on platforms. The next train fills before it stops. Caltrain from San Francisco down to Santa Clara takes about 75 minutes under normal conditions. On match day, add 20 to 35. From Santa Clara Caltrain station to the stadium gate is 1.1 miles on foot. Flat ground. No shade, no trees. In June afternoon, heat, 85 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit is a normal day in this valley. That walk is not casual. It is something you either prepare for or spend the first half recovering from. Buy water at the station, not from the stadium. The stadium charges $7 a bottle and the lines are long. Leave wherever you are staying by 9 in the morning. Not because the gates open early, because everything between you and the gate takes longer than the map says it will. Now the building. Levi's opened in August 2014, cost $1.3 billion. It sits in Santa Clara, not San Francisco, not San Jose. The 49ers play here. The name is a sponsorship deal. The geography still confuses people who book hotels in the wrong city and spend match day on a freeway going nowhere. The seating areas have a roof. The field does not. Open sky over the playing surface, which means full sun exposure on the west-facing lower bowl sections from early afternoon until the shadows finally shift. For a 3 p.m. kickoff in June, those sections sit in direct sunlight for the first 60 to 80 minutes of the match. The east side upper deck hits shade earlier. That is not in any official guide. It is geometry. The sun moves west. The east side benefits first. If you are buying tickets and the heat concerns you, that detail is worth more than the seat category printed on your ticket. There is a grass roof on one of the suite buildings, the only one on a major American sports venue. It does nothing for temperature inside the bowl. It photographs well from a drone. 6 matches confirmed here. Sightlines are clean throughout. No columns, no obstructed views, no sections where the geometry works against you. The video boards are large enough that upper deck seats follow play without effort. The bowl is wide, but the angles stay honest. From the upper deck, you look down at the field rather than across it, which is the difference between watching the match and watching the back of someone's head. But the heat is what this stadium is really about. Phoenix has a dome. Dallas has air conditioning piped into an enclosed shell. Sophie has a translucent canopy that blocks sun without closing off the sky. Levi's has a California afternoon, an open field, and 69,000 people generating body heat in a bowl with no outlet. The temperature inside the stadium on a June match day will be 2 to 4 degrees warmer than the air outside. You will feel that by halftime. Tickets for group stage matches at Levi's start around $180 to $250 for upper deck corners. Mid-bowl sideline seats run $300 to $450 face value. Lower bowl sections are $550 to $900. Club level. Climate-controlled concourse, padded seats, indoor access between the action, starts around $850. That club premium is not about comfort in the usual sense. It is temperature management. If you are traveling from Europe or South America and your body is not calibrated for dry valley heat, that indoor concourse between halves is where you actually recover. Cold water, air conditioning, somewhere to sit that is not radiating afternoon sun. The $400 gap between lower bowl and club becomes a different calculation when you are overheating at the 35-minute mark. East sideline mid-bowl sections, roughly 120 through 135, catch shade earlier in the afternoon, and sit centered on the pitch. For group stage on the secondary market, those sections offer the best balance of sightline and climate. Southwest corner sections on afternoon kickoffs point you directly into the sun. Avoid those unless you brought good glasses and do not mind squinting through the first half. Food inside. A beer is $16 to $18. That $7 bottle of water will become a recurring expense. A meal runs $20 to $25. Budget $55 to $70 per person without trying. Eat something substantial before you enter. Stadium food here is adequate, not the destination it is at some of the other 2026 venues. Hotels in Santa Clara and Sunnyvale run $220 to $380 during World Cup weeks. San Jose is slightly cheaper at $180 to $320. San Francisco is $300 to $600 and puts you 90 minutes of transit away in each direction on match day. You are paying for the name and a view from a window you will not be standing at because you will be at the stadium or on a train trying to get there. Stay in Santa Clara or Sunnyvale. Walk to light rail. Leave by 9. Levi's works when you respect the heat and use the transit correctly. The sightlines are clean. The club level earns its price in this specific climate. The light rail runs. It just cannot absorb everyone who shows up at the same time expecting it to. What it cannot give you is shade you did not plan for. There is no roof to step under when the afternoon presses down. No air conditioning when the bowl traps heat at halftime. The valley does not make adjustments for people who did not check the forecast. You either prepare for it or you spend the first half wishing you had. Next stop is Seattle. Lumen Field is different in almost every way. Cooler, wetter, a partial roof that does not keep out the rain so much as it focuses the noise back down into the bowl. The crowd energy there has been measured, actual decibel studies, acoustic engineering papers, and it still surprises people who read about it in advance. The numbers do not prepare you for the sound. You will hear it before you understand what you are hearing.